Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Samuel. Welcome everybody to this Final Fantasy XIV commentary. I'm here joined today with my twin to talk about a topic that personally him and I been trying to avoid for the longest time, the YouTube demonetization frustration. We've been trying to avoid it simply because everybody else on the mother has already been talking about demonetization affecting their channel and how to affect their channel, and talking about the YouTube system and complaining about how it's this or how it's that. The last thing I wanted to do, I think both him and I wanted to do, was to banter and complain and rant about the YouTube system because everybody else were. We just wanted to focus on making videos. At a certain point it started eating away for both of us, and we decided we would just talk about it in this video.
Yeah, the worst part is, honestly, the reason I didn't want to talk about it, it's kind of like when you're having that good dream, you kind of just don't want to wake up, so you try not to move, you try to stay, maybe go back to sleep, so then you can keep the dream going. I just didn't want to talk about it and then kind of pop the balloon, because I feel like if I talked about it, then my channel will get hit. But it still got hit, even though I didn't say anything when I wanted to. Anyway, what is the YouTube demonetization? This is just rough, like, history for the thing.
Yeah.
PewDiePie decided to be edgy, got on Fiverr, got people to say some ridiculous things, and got some dudes that don't even speak English to write some anti-Semitic stuff on a poster and say, subscribe to Keemstar. Whoop you fucking do, edgy humor. Then Wall Street Journal says, hey, Pepsi, Coca-Cola advertisers, look at YouTube, it's so racist. Look at that. They have ISIS recruitment videos, we have PewDiePie being racist, we have racist songs. What is this? So advertisers pull out. YouTube has a knee-jerk reaction and makes a bunch of new rules. What are these rules? They are a little too broad, is what I like to call them. One of them is violence. What kind of violence can you have? Can you have video game violence? It says it's generally acceptable, but it doesn't specify. Language. What kind of language? They say too much cursing is a bit too much, but they don't specify either. I wish I could give you some examples, but YouTube even doesn't have examples of like how much violence is too much, how much language is too much. Content. What can you talk about? You can't talk about tragedies, but can you or can you not? We can't really tell. And some of the discrepancies that we could show you. Violence. And language. This one I can kind of cover in a single go. Swifty. If you watch my channel, you know who Swifty is. Generally, he makes WoW content, very PC, no bad language at all, because he has a Razer sponsorship. And like, if you look at his video and his channel, and you look at it in restricted mode, you'll think this guy uploads once every 3 months, because most of his videos are just not advertiser friendly. The only difference is me and him is he doesn't curse, I do, and both of us make WoW content, but his videos are getting demonetized, mine are not as much. So he says it's because of video game violence. This guy isn't cursing. He only has World of Warcraft PvP, where as a Frost Death Knight, he uses magical attacks to kill another player in a fantasy violence. So you have Swifty, who is PC, playing a video game that's not even that violent. I won't even say World of Warcraft is a violent video game, really. No. Not like really bad. What about Jimmy Kimmel, who could talk about Vegas shooting? And then we have Casey Neistat, who can't talk about Vegas shooting because he got demonetized, but Jimmy Kimmel didn't. Who can talk? YouTube. Hello? It's not consistent.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
The consistency doesn't apply to the same people. It seems like there's the good list, and there's the medium list, and there is the shit list, pretty much. Where
you're either on a YouTube good list or the shit list, and you don't get any ads if you're on a shit list.
Similar to Swifty on 14, we have Mr. Happy. If any of y'all play 14, you probably heard of Mr. Happy. You probably watched his guides. In all his videos, for the most part, I actually don't believe I've ever heard him curse in a video. On streams, yeah, sure, but streams are live content, you know. Sometimes he gets frustrated or whatever, gets in a heated discussion, it's whatever. But on videos, no cursing whatsoever. Plays Final Fantasy XIV, does update videos, discussion videos.
Basically Swifty of Final Fantasy.
Basically Swifty of Final Fantasy. And yet he got hit. A lot of people actually on 14 also got hit, me included, but everybody else in 14 community has been getting hit. And nobody knows what it is. Is it the violence of Final Fantasy 14? It's similar to World of Warcraft. That was for the most part good, but 14 is not okay. Is it the language? The only thing I can say is, in the recent expansion for Final Fantasy XIV, the expansion is called Stormblood. Now, blood, I get, you know, maybe could be caught by the system, but shouldn't it be somebody at YouTube whitelisting that kind of thing? Because it has nothing to do with blood. It actually has something to do with the content of the expansion and the titling. But regarding the Jimmy Kimmel situation, Jimmy Kimmel seems to be, unlike other content creators, on a very omitted list For example, a lot of the ads...
He's immune!
Yes, pretty much he has the immunity, entire immunity. The way YouTube responded was the reason Jimmy Kimmel has ads for major advertisers on his Las Vegas shooter video posted up, because the YouTube advertisers decided to opt into a separate program that is outside of the YouTube monetization system that still lets them do monetization, but outside the bot system. And they can do that because they're advertisers, and advertisers can do whatever they want, and they set up a special system for people like Jimmy Kimmel, probably people like Jimmy Fallon and the like. Somebody with a TV audience and TV studio, somebody already has a TV presence that are going over to YouTube. So they are immune entirely, so they don't have to be even bothered by the system. They can get ads on anything.
So we have a system with all these rules that don't really seem consistent. I can make wild videos and curse, and my videos sometimes, for the most part, didn't get hit. Swifty doesn't curse, and he is getting hit left and right. We have people on the Final Fantasy side. Stormblood, can you do that? Oh, maybe it's the tags. What kind of content? It's basically similar to WoW as a game. I mean, both games are very similar. Tab targeting, casting, raids, dungeons. Even some of the mechanics are similar. But one apparently is okay and the other is not. Is it the art style? What is it, YouTube? Nobody really knows. Some people are saying maybe it's like thumbnails. Maybe you can't have swords and guns and thumbnails, like Destiny crowd. They're basically just getting screwed on thumbnails just because they have a gun in the thumbnail. And they play a game where you run around in a futuristic sci-fi world shooting guns. Is it their fault? Should they be demonetized because they're playing a video game? Is it the fault of the game for having guns? Should they just replace it with water guns? Nobody really knows. Some people are saying maybe it's the tags, maybe it's the titles, maybe it's the description. I stopped putting any words into my description. Just to make sure I don't get like some random word that gets hit. Because I don't even know. Can I even put the word pillar humping? Where a character in WoW just runs around, hugs the pillar? Can I even say pillar humping anymore? Because maybe with the word humping it'll demonetize me. I can't tell. So I didn't even put anything anymore. Both of our channels got hit, but they're not consistent getting hit either. Like some of my videos are hit, where they have like Destruction Warlock PvP, but not every single one. Put our video recently with Assassination Rogue PvP. It ignores the word assassination. ThamReal has an anime channel that's just getting completely demonetized. And on his main channel, it's mostly the Final Fantasy content, so other games that he streams are fine for the most part.
Here's another inconsistency I do want to voice about the second channel. Maybe not all of y'all have heard of a game series called Danganronpa. There's another series called Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Word, the second game in the series. Anyway, I play a lot of visual novel and JRPGs over on the second channel, anything with an anime art style. Danganronpa, for the most part, if you heard of it, it's a series where high schoolers are trapped in a situation and they have to kill each other and do a trial process in order to either escape or all die together in order to find the killer. And there's
Think Hunger Games.
Yeah, think Hunger Games, but in a very closed environment. And then there's Virtue's Last Reward, where characters actually die, but it's all about the time paradox thing. It's interesting, if in fact, but people still die.
Sherlock Holmes with people dying.
Yeah, pretty much. Virtue's Last Reward, for the most part, all get demonetized, but Danganronpa with high school kids killing each other, that's okay for the most part. And this kind of inconsistency doesn't make sense. It's not the tags, I don't think. Maybe it's the game title. Maybe it's because one has one particular art style, the other one has the other particular art style. They're both games from Japan, so it doesn't make sense. It's not consistently demonetizing videos. It doesn't say exactly what it's demonetizing them for. And that kind of confusion and mystery is the most frustrating thing about YouTube right now.
One of the guys from YouTube, Chris, plays games, and we don't want to attack Chris.
No.
He's a beautiful human being, beautiful butterfly. But he made a video, a rant, saying that YouTube loves their creators. Through the sponsor, people talking about YouTube hates creators, YouTube is not doing anything, YouTube is this, YouTube is that. So we have a few points here. Basically, this is not a response to Chris. It's more a response to YouTube. Chris is kind of like the spokesman, and we're just going off of his, I guess, tags or whatever, points, and just saying, hey, this is yes, no, whatever. First one, featured lineup creators. YouTube loves to feature the creators, and they feature them on their community pages or whatever. So most people can subscribe, all the guys that are popular. So if you can get featured if you're an up-and-coming subscriber. or YouTuber, I guess. But when you take a look at the featured lineup, like they have Annoying Orange in comedy.
Yeah, let me go through the
like,
lineup
that shit looks like it's not updated at all.
Yeah, in the comedy lineup, they have #1 Annoying Orange, which I don't think Annoying Orange has released a lot of comedy in forever. BF versus GF, which I'm pretty sure they broke up and the channel is dead. College Humor, which is more about college, less about humor at this point. But then they also have channels like Good Mythical Morning and Smosh that have that kind of production quality that almost TV studio-like, and I feel like it's just because of these selective individuals. YouTube cherry picks a lot of these content creators. And at the end of it all, for the comedy lineup, they have the Creature Hub, which the creatures actually have recently broke up, so it's clear to say that this list have not been updated almost ever whatsoever.
Not only not updated, this list has a bunch of channels that have a name out there. They have the channels that are doing well. They don't have any of the up-and-coming content creators. So it's like, I don't know, it doesn't really help anybody who's like, you know, trying to break into the system, whatever. How about the next one? Creator Academy, teaching YouTubers useful tricks in order to get the best, you know, uses out of YouTube inside data information and improve on their content. They'll teach you how to make thumbnails, how to tag your videos properly, what kind of titles should you do, how do you clickbait properly. But they won't teach you how to avoid getting demonetized. It's great that YouTube is gonna get some people, some interns, to get onto emails and write some generic emails to people on questions, which they've done, and try to help people out in some kind of like sessions in terms of like what you can do to improve your channel. But what doesn't help is the fact that they just don't have the questions or the answers to the questions that people are looking for.
Exactly.
Most people aren't asking at this day and age, how do you thumbnail, how do you title properly? Most people are just asking, how do I not get fucked as soon as I upload a video? How can I just put up video and just not get demonetized like instantly? What tags are fine? Can I have guns? Is this game okay? This, it's like, let's say everybody's like, you have a problem, we don't have enough printers in the office, and someone says, oh, it's okay guys, I got us a shoe shine. So everybody gets a free shoe shine. But we need paper. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
YouTube Spaces. This one's a big one. YouTube pays for these areas in specific big cities, usually in capitals of like every country or whatever, where you can go and record a video in a professional environment with a professional editor, with green screen and best lighting and everything. Literally a studio space.
Yeah. Let me read out the little blurb they have here on the website. YouTube Space. It brings together the most creative people on YouTube to learn, connect, and create with one another. They have like meetings and stuff. The space can be found across the globe, offering events and workshops as well as the latest production resources to help bring your biggest ideas to life. Select a location below to learn more. And if you look at the locations, they have Berlin, London, Los Angeles, Mumbai, New York, Paris, Rio, Tokyo, and Toronto.
That's a good amount of cities. The problem with that is, me and Tham both live in North Carolina. We're not about to make a trip to New York just to use a YouTube space. We don't even need YouTube space. I just needed my PC, Shadowplay, or OBS, and I can stream and or record videos with my Sony Vegas. What do the gamers do? The problem with this system is, even if you have all these creative spaces, and they are helpful, but they're helpful to a few people. Helpful to people that live in the area, helpful to people that would use it for that kind of content. I mean, even the aesthetic for what most people do for YouTube, they try to continue the whole aesthetic of non-professional, the whole amateur vibe. There's a reason why Philip DeFranco still looks like he's talking to a webcam, because people would rather watch that than him being in a professional studio looking like he's about to give you the daily news, which you can see on a TV station. So I feel like while it's nice, only a few people can really utilize them to the full extent. Plus you have to be geographically located where you can actually use them. So it doesn't help, because that's not the problem. It doesn't solve any problems of like demonetization. No. It's nice, but
it's really nice that there's a YouTube space in New York, but I'm not gonna pay a ticket to fly all the way to New York just to use a YouTube space to make a video that's gonna get demonetized anyway. No matter how many fancy cameras you use, no matter how best audio engineering you use, no matter what kind of editing stations that they have there right there and editors available for you. This is free, by the way. YouTube pays for this stuff. They rent out all these facilities for YouTubers to come and use for free. That's nice if I live in New York or Paris or Mumbai or London, if I live close to one of these studios and I can access them on a daily basis, but I cannot. I have my PC, I have a microphone, I have my webcam, I have OBS, I have Shadowplay, and I do my stuff at home. Because that's what I can do. That's what I'm able to do. I'm not gonna travel all the way up to New York. Even if I was living in any of these places, I'd still prefer to just work from home. This is my workstation. I'm able to make my videos from this. I don't need the YouTube spaces. In fact, I think majority of YouTube content creators don't need YouTube spaces. They either have their own space, they have their own studios, Funhouse, people like Funhouse, people like Philip DeFranco, they have their own facilities that they already own, Rooster Teeth even, or they just record from home with their equipment that they have. They don't need these spaces in particular.
YouTube creator support team. Very, very helpful, question mark. I never actually had a good answer from these guys.
No, I never had a real human being write something for me when it comes to like questioning like, hey, is this tag to use okay in this video? Is this title okay? How can I avoid getting demonetized here and there? To do some sort of a copy-paste answer. If you have ever gotten a real answer from a real human being, then you are really lucky and I'm jealous of you, because I wish I could get the same thing.
Because there are a few people that did get a normal response, but you can count all the responses probably on one hand. And you can't even put together like a cohesive plan of like what will get you demonetized and what doesn't. So we're going back to like, hey, but we have this support team, but do they actually help you with the problem? Hey, I'm getting demonetized. Oh, please refer to our rules. That's not real human support. It's just like automatic. So I feel like they could definitely do there, but they're just missing the mark. So while YouTube has all these nice things, they're not hitting what's important. And important is the demonetization, which is what everybody is talking about. So
having yourself be a featured lineup creator, as outdated as that list is, doesn't whitelist you from getting demonetized, so there's nothing to strive to get on that list. The over-influx of channels imitating television quality with the studios, that's great. Your video is going to look great right before it gets demonetized. It's going to be a really pretty demonetized video. Clearly YouTube feels like it loves the creators, but it's not benefiting in the ways that creators for the most part need. Right now, everybody, no matter how nice your video is, how nicely it's produced or edited from the creator spaces, right from the studios, if it's gonna get demonetized, it's a wasted effort.
The problem with YouTube, and the part that's frustrating, you have a website that has a bot running around rampant demonetizing videos with rules that don't really make coherent, consistent sense, that are just way too broad, so you don't really know if you're stepping in a hole or not. You have also moments where they are basically throwing the people that have been on the website forever and would rather supporting and promoting the ads for people that already have TV networks. So it's like a space where YouTube is almost saying, hey, here are the rules, and they're just hitting whoever they don't like. Hey, here's how we're gonna treat you. Take people that have been on there for a while, like Case and I said, just toss them on the side, demonetize, but keep Jimmy Kimmel up, even if he has a TV show on TV anyway. The reason YouTube is great is because of all the people on YouTube. Instead of helping people stay within guidelines and helping them, make videos that are not demonetized and friendly, or instead of fighting for those people, instead it seems like they're pushing them out, bringing people that are already approved by TV stations and already have the ad guys with them, so it doesn't even matter. And then the rules are so big they can snipe whoever they don't like, and they don't need to really explain themselves. It's just frustrating. That's why people are frustrated with YouTube. I think it would be better if they were just a lot more clear on what's allowed, what's not. And it'd be cool if they were showed that they actually are fighting for people on the website. And I'm not even talking about myself. It just would be kind of cool for H3H3, a guy who's been on here for like ever, when he makes a video talking about, let's say, or Case and I stats, I guess, in his position, when they make a video talking about something important, and YouTube shows that, hey, we're gonna take, a guy that already has a TV show on TV over you, even though you've been with us since ever. I mean, it's just so ass backwards. Support your content creators. You won't be there without them. So what the fuck, YouTube? Honestly,
that's the question here. Are you trying to push your content creators away? Because, like, especially for gaming, I swear, if Twitch were to push...
Yeah, the worst part is gaming.
If Twitch were to push a video platform, or if another successful platform were to come out...
There's a reason why people left for Twitch already. Yeah. So many droves. So many people. Even H3H3, not even a gaming guy, has a thing on Twitch.
Exactly.
Like... Jesus.
Like,
anyway.
I get it, everybody got affected, and you can either blame the political reactionaries or Wall Street Journal or whatever, but the gaming channels are the ones getting affected as well. somebody like me who just plays Final Fantasy 14, nothing political, nothing too, like, I guess vulgar language wise, nothing violent. I just play Final Fantasy 14. What is wrong with Final Fantasy 14? Why is Final Fantasy 14 getting demonetized? Is it the game? Is it where it's from? Is it the tags? Is it the titles? Is it the description? Because I went through everything, and this kind of stuff been eating away at me. I've not been making a single video about it at all because I don't want to tell people that this is actually eating away at me. At a certain point, I decided, screw it. The standard is video uploaded, getting demonetized, so I'm just going by that standard from now on. This is a headache that is not worth the worry.
YouTube, nobody wants to deal with this. People just want to make videos. But it'd be kind of nice if they could make videos and buy McDonald's with it or pizza every once in a while. I mean, that's really it. And you guys are not helping that at all.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Anyway, that has been our little rant slash discussion on the YouTube demonetization. Definitely going to be cut a lot. Thank you so much guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see all of you in the next video.
Thank you guys so much for watching for the video. Check out Dal in the description. My name is ThamGasm. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a good day. And I'll see you all next video.